We started our Mediterranean tour in Lisbon, Portugal, and so glad we did. The Alfama neighborhood we stayed was magical. The people are warm and friendly. The food, incredible. I will take you through the 2 days we spent in this great city. We took this adventure with 3 other couples. We did not do everything together. We would break off to do different things. So when I say we did this or that, it refers to some of us, depending on what was happening in my version of the story. We arrived on Friday evening from the airport to our hotel was about 30 minutes. The taxi ride was exciting, as starting any new trip is. Everything is new and strange. We embraced that feeling, turning a mundane taxi ride into an adventure. We traveled from the newer part of the city to the ancient Alfama neighborhood that was not destroyed during the 1755 earthquake and fire. Our hotel, Posada Alfama, was around $250 a night, depending on when you book it. In my opinion, we could not have had a better experience. The hotel is right in the heart of Alfama neighborhood, a short walk to many of the attractions we wanted to see. And the hotel is right on the famous Tram 28 line. Across a narrow street from the hotel was one of the best terraces in the city to watch the sunrise or catch the city view. In the afternoon, it is electric with young locals skating around, tourists taking selfies. You could step out of the hotel and immerse yourself in the action from tuk-tuk tours, trams running by, or tourists rustling around trying to get that perfect picture. But in the evening, the whole vibe changes. The tourists disappear, leaving a quiet neighborhood to discover. We had a tasting dinner at the Michelin-starred SEM restaurant. Each serving was completely different and surprised us with different textures and temperatures. Each serving was paired with a different wine, all excellent. From the restaurant, it was a short stroll back to the hotel, where we met up with our travel mates for cocktails on the hotel porch, as the check-in desk becomes a bar at night. While we enjoyed the refreshments, we found the artwork on the hotel wall by Bordalo II. He has a few pieces around the city. Ours is of a panda. All of his works are of animals. We discovered a few more while traveling through the city. The next day we jumped out of bed ready to see what Lisbon had to offer, and we were not disappointed. The hotel breakfast I thought was great with lots of options. My favorite was the little custard tarts Lisbon is known for. The hotel sources some from a local baker. Now that we are fueled up, we walked up the hill to the San Jorge Castle. The castle was built in the 11th century by the Muslim Moors who controlled the Iberian Peninsula until 1147, when the Christians conquered the castle with the siege of Lisbon. But that wasn't the end of the castle. It was a fortress until the 19th century, playing a part in the unsuccessful 1928 army uprising. We toured the castle and walked its ramparts, imagining how we would defend and attack our imagined enemies. Defending the castle made us thirsty. Luckily, the bar named 1147 was open for cocktails where you could sit on the castle walls while sipping a cool drink while enjoying the view or taking pictures. Tuesdays and Saturdays, Alfama has a public market like a swap meet. As we were visiting on a Saturday, we walked through seeing what was being offered and grabbing some souvenirs. We found our way into an open-aired record store, so we perused the vinyl for a couple of minutes before wandering down the hill to a small seafood restaurant. The staff was friendly and the food was delicious. I believe everyone got some kind of seafood. After lunch, we headed to the Lisbon Cathedral, built on a pre-existing Muslim mosque, built on top of a Roman temple, built on top of a Phoenician temple. The layers of history in this city are incredible. When we stepped out of the cathedral, we found a crowd of tourists, so we booked a tuk-tuk driver to take us to the Belém neighborhood to see the monastery. The driver was great, very knowledgeable and funny. After the monastery, the tuk-tuk driver took us to the monument for the first men to cross the Atlantic Ocean by plane. Something my American education failed to teach me was before Charles Lindbergh flew from New York to Paris. 2 Portuguese men flew from Lisbon to Brazil in 1922, but it took them 79 days and 3 planes. The first people to cross the Atlantic by air were Portuguese. After that, we walked to the Belém Tower, built in the 16th century at the heights of the Portuguese Empire to protect the river inlet from invaders. This was also the embarkation point for all Portuguese ships heading off to the unknown. Short tuk-tuk ride down the street, we came to the Monument of Discoveries, a statue celebrating all the navigators, adventures, and discoveries that occurred during the colonial era. This map shows the height of Portuguese power from China, Africa, and Brazil. Our tuk-tuk driver suggested we visit the LX factory, an old industrial area now inhabited by bars, restaurants, shops, and bookstores. We opted for the rooftop bar with amazing views of the April 25th bridge. It was a great way to end the day. Please stay tuned for our next stop, Gibraltar. If you liked the video, please hit the like button.